Hey, Christina K here from WriteYourBestBook.com. We're here on YouTube and we're going to talk today about how to create and maintain and nurture a newsletter, which is absolutely essential and crucial to your book marketing campaign. So the first thing that you need to know is you need a newsletter. You have to figure that much out first, right? Now, I could go on and get on this big pedestal about why you need a newsletter, but basically here's what it boils down to. If you try to rely on social media as the only means of getting readers for your books, that's not a good idea. Because think about it this way, you are renting those contacts, you're renting the right to reach out to those contacts, and Mark Zuckerberg or whoever else owns all these other platforms can rip that carpet out from under you any day if they want to, and then you lose all 5,000 friends, 10,000 friends, followers, whatever, you lose them. However, if people agree to give you their email, you now own the right to contact them. So even if social media went down or they took it away or whatever, you have now the right to contact these people and let them know about your books. So that's one of many reasons you must have a newsletter. The first and most important thing I always get asked is, how in the heck do I even go about trying to create a newsletter? Well, there's just a few steps, and you want to do them pretty much in this order. First, you want to establish an account on MailerLite, ConvertKit, Constant Contact, or MailChimp. Now, I personally don't like MailChimp. I think it's not very user-friendly. Their customer support sucks. I think MailerLite is about one of the best ones for authors. They even have some examples for authors in there. That's what I use, and it's also cheaper and easier to use. So I would say MailerLite. What you want to do is you want to set up an account on MailerLite. Now, disclaimer, I am not saying this is the only way to get readers, and there's BookFunnel, there's BookSprout, there's so many different things you can do. This is for your organic newsletter, okay? So set up an account on MailerLite, and then you're going to have nobody, right? You're going to have no followers, no subscribers. First, you want to reach out to your local friends and family, people that you know will sign up just because they love your pretty face and they really want to support your writing, and they'll do whatever you ask them to do. You can probably get 20, maybe 30 out of just doing that, right? Ask your close writer friends. In your group, maybe ask people, but don't go wide yet. Just ask your closest friends and family to sign up for your newsletter. Don't give them anything. Don't ask for anything. Just ask them to sign up just for the newsletter. Once you get to about 20, maybe 30, or if you get to 50, great, but at least 20 people, then you want to start reaching out and getting more subscribers, because the goal is to get thousands, right? And thousands of subscribers. So, but you got to start small, right? So what do? How do you go from, I have 20 friends and family subscribers to I have 5,000 all over the world? Okay, so the first thing you need to do before you go any further is you need to come up with a lead magnet. Now, and some people call them freebies, free resources, whatever you want to call it, it's all the same thing. Your lead magnet in marketing terms is a document or a thing or whatever it is that you're going to give away to whoever agrees to sign up for your newsletter. I, for example, used for my current newsletter sign up, I used the first 2 chapters of my most recent book release. I used 2 because my first chapter is only about a page and a half. So you could do 1 chapter if your chapters are a little bit longer. But that's one thing that you can do for a lead magnet. Another thing you can do for a lead magnet is a bonus chapter. Or you can do behind the scenes with your protagonist. You can do a world map. You could do a hidden scene or a left out scene or something that didn't hit that hit the cutting board floor. Anything at all that your readers have not yet had access to without paying, you want to give to them for free. Now, I'll tell you, when I did this, I went from 0 followers to 200 in about less than 30 weeks. So 2 weeks when I first started it. So it can grow pretty fast if you get the right lead magnet. I think most readers are going to love the idea of reading something and getting something for free. So as long as you pick the right one, and maybe you can even poll your little Facebook group or your followers. Hey guys, I've got these 3 ideas for a lead magnet, which one would you rather have? And you could take a poll or a quiz or whatever. You want to just ask and get some feedback. Okay, so now you have your lead magnet. How do you make your lead magnet? That's actually pretty simple. Most of the time, if you're going to do, for authors, it's going to be something that you've typed up, like a bonus chapter or a chapter out of your book. Pull those pages out in Word form, like in a Word format document. And then if you want, I suggest throwing a picture on the first page. It could be your cover if you've had it made already, or a mock cover, like just any picture that's relevant to your story, like a picture of a couple in love or whatever, if it's a romance. Just paste a picture in or insert a picture into the first page of your document. Now you've got a pretty looking Word document, right? Then you want to go, if you're in Word, you want to go to File, Save As, and then title it whatever, lead magnet for newsletter, however you want to call it. Then when you go to the file type underneath your name, you're going to click PDF. Click Save. Boom. You now have a PDF, readable. No one can edit it. No one can mess with it. It is a PDF that anybody can read now. Okay, so now you have your lead magnet. How do you get your lead magnet to the masses and get them to sign up for your newsletter in exchange? Okay, so this is where you're going to use your MailerLite or MailChimp or Constant Contact, whatever you use. All those platforms have landing pages you can create, and that's what you're going to want to do next. You want to create a landing page. Guys, one of these days I'm going to pay my producers to edit these 10-minute clips, but right now it's not worth it to edit 10-minute clips, but this is where I'd have cool graphics popping up to show you. I just don't want to pay for that right now. So bear with me. Okay, so you go to MailerLite or whatever service you're using, choose landing page, and then they're simple. You set them up in 5-10 minutes max. And it's just a static website. It's got a URL that will have your PDF embedded in it or linked to it. Trust me, all the instructions are in there. You follow them step by step. You cannot go wrong. But you want to set your landing page up, connect your freebie lead magnet to it by either embedding it or by attaching it, whatever you want to do. Then your landing page will give you a URL, a unique URL, which you know is the www.whatever.com/whatever. Copy, bookmark that page so you can use it anytime you want to. Copy that URL, and then you can paste it in a document so you can easily copy and paste it anytime you want. Or again, you can bookmark it. Go now. Now you're ready. Now everything is set up. You can start your social media campaign. So what you'll want to do is go to Twitter, Instagram. If it's Instagram, you're going to need to put it in your Linktree account. Or it could be the one link that you use in your bio. But Facebook, you can post it in your group. You can post it on your timeline. You can post in some other Facebook groups, whatever you want, on your author page, whatever you want to do. So start posting with that URL. And here's a little pro tip. A lot of times that URL is going to be really long. Use tinyurl.com. That's tinyurl.com. I'll put the links in the description of this video. TinyURL. You copy and paste your URL into this little free engine, and it makes your URL that big and easy to, it's easier for people to see. It doesn't look like some big, long, random, wordy thing. So whatever you choose to do, you have your link, you've saved it. You're going to post it on social media. You're going to put it on your bio. You're going to put it on your cover image. Here's another pro tip. On your Facebook like page, your author page, when you create your cover image in Canva or whatever you create it in, you can put a button. It's not real because you really technically can't click on the buttons, but I'm going to explain it. You create a button on somewhere on your cover that says click here to read the first 2 pages of my novel. Okay, it's really not clickable until you save the cover and then get out of it, come back into it, click on it, and then it'll bring up your description box, and there you can put your URL. So essentially what you've done is you've made your static cover image a clickable link that will take people to your lead magnet. So you want to put it on your cover image. You want to post it on social media once or twice a week, however often you want to do it. Put your link in every single bio that you have. Create a Pinterest pin if you have a Pinterest account and put the link in there. Put it wherever you want to. Now, what'll happen is, if let's say I'm scrolling through Facebook and I see your post and it says, hey guys, I'm trying to build my newsletter list. I'm an author. Would you pretty please sign up for my newsletter list? Tell you what, I'll give you the first 3 chapters for free. I would be interested. So I'd say, sure, I'll give you my email for free reading. So I would click on the link. Then I would go to the landing page. It would take me to the landing page where I would put in my name, first name's fine, email address, click submit, and then instantly I'm going to get your freebie. And that's how that works. So automatically in the background, MailerLite is collecting each one of those emails when people submit to get the freebie. And that, my friends, is how you get it set up. Now, the final step, which I think is one of the hardest things people struggle with, is time to do the newsletter. I say once you get up to 20, 30, like I said earlier, it's time to start doing your newsletter. Now, I always say don't stress yourself out. Try maybe doing once a month to begin with, because you're not going to have many ideas at first and you're going to freak yourself out like, I don't know what to write, So just try once a month until your list gets bigger. When your list gets up to several hundred or maybe even 1,000, you're going to want to consider doing once every 2 weeks. I do it once a week, both in my business and in my author page. I do one a week. So you want to start when you get several hundred, sending it more frequently, but you can start with once a month. So what do? Okay, so with your newsletter, inside MailerLite or whatever system you're using, you can create one-off emails. They're campaigns is what they call them. And they're user-friendly. You literally follow the directions and you put in the subject line. You try to think of something catchy and cute. And there's a tip that says to use emoticons or emojis, whichever one you call it, in your subject line. For some reason that grabs attention. Try to make a cute, witty, catchy kind of subject line, and then make your body of your newsletter not much more than one Word document. You can go a little over, you can go a little under, but try to keep it at like 1 page on a Word document. And now I can hear you right now. Here's what you're saying. Well, I don't know what in the heck to write in a newsletter. I'm an author. What can I write about? I'm not an editor. I'm not an expert. I'm not a pro. I'm not a gardener. I'm not a yoga instructor. What can I write? Well, I'm working on something super secret. I can't tell you about it now, but I'm going to soon be releasing something to help you with that. But until then, all you have to do is go online and Google ideas for newsletters, topics for newsletters. A lot of it's going to be generic that won't apply to authors, but you might find some. I know you'll find some that you can think, okay, that applies to yoga, but I can twist that a little bit and make it apply to me. You can come up with tons of ideas, and I recommend creating a document and listing out 10, 20, 50 ideas for your newsletter and saving that document for later, so that every week you don't have to struggle with what to write. You just go back to that document, choose a topic, delete it from there, and use that topic. Save you some time. So then you want to if your software that you're using allows you to put an image, use an image. Also, you want to paste the body of your email newsletter into the newsletter. And then at the bottom, you want to sign off and put some kind of PS. PS, don't forget, my book releases on March 1st, 2021. In the meantime, join my Facebook group, or in the meantime, like me on social media. What you want is a call to action, and you want a button for them to click on, because what your social media or your newsletter platform is going to do is it's going to track your analytics, and it's going to tell you how many people, what percentage of people opened your email, and then what percentage of them clicked through. And you want a high number for both. So always put a PS or something at the bottom for them to click on. Try to be engaging. Try to ask questions at the end, like, here's my topic. What do you guys think? At the end. And then you'll get email replies. And that's a great way to engage with your newsletter group. And that, my friends, is pretty much in a nutshell why and how to go about creating a newsletter for your author and your book marketing campaign. So be sure to hit the subscribe button. Yes, we're still new. Yes, we're still small, at least on YouTube, but your subscription and your leaving comments will help us grow and get as big as we are on TikTok and everywhere else. I just was a little late to the YouTube game. So leave a comment. I'll turn it into a video. I'll address it on one of these little clips. And in the meantime, go write your best book.